Your license isn't the only thing you're going to lose, nurse, because of your lack of compassion and ethics. As a nurse, you're in a unique position to help the weak and the poor in the land. And I don't know if you know this, but let me be the first person to tell you this. Life is spiritual. I don't care about what your hospital policy says. I don't care about what your nursing board policy says. I'm talking about life, not just your career, but life. When you are in a position to help the sick and the needy, and you do a great job at that, it will affect you generationally. First, let me say this, that even if you're a non believer, a non Christian, this scripture applies to you. Oh, you thought the Bible was only about just for the children of God? No, it really is the handbook, the guide to life. But hear this: blessed are those who have regard for the weak, the poor, the sick, the people we take care of. The Lord delivers them in times of trouble. Think of the troubles in your life. Think of the things you're going through that you need the providential hand of God to help you with. That broken marriage, that broken family relationship, your financial woes, that pain that you won't get checked out because you're scared. And as nurses, we don't go to the hospital until we damn near dead. Think of your problems. God says that when you take care of his children, that he will deliver you out of your troubles. The Lord promises to protect and preserve them. They are counted amongst the blessed in the land. He does not turn them over to the will of their enemies or their foes. Yeah, yeah, the things that you deserve to get your whoop over, the things that you deserve to get dragged for. You see, you keep thinking that clocking in and passing meds is enough. It's not enough. There's another scripture that says that God is on the right hand of the poor. So every time you're in that room by yourself, especially if you're in an acute care setting and you saw that that patient had poop and you didn't want to clean it up. You heard that patient asking questions about their care plan. They don't know why they're here, and you did not spend that time to explain that care plan. When you have a family member that is stressed and overwhelmed and you didn't take that extra time to help them, God is in that room and he's on the right hand side of that family member. And he's watching. He's just recording. Because you can be a nurse and not be a nurse. You know what I'm talking about. The Lord sustains them on their sick bed and restores them from their bed of illness. Do you know how many nurses I know that are suffering from major diseases? Cancers, major chronic diseases, back issues. Now, don't get me wrong, no one's asking you not to be prudent. I know there's gonna be someone that's gonna come and say, oh, but we're busy and the ratios. You make time for it. You make time for it. You really do. You make time for the things that you find important. You still make time to have time to scroll on Instagram, watching this TikTok. You're probably at work watching this. Hey, follow me on YouTube. But still, what I'm saying is that no one's asking you to be unsafe. The Bible also calls us to be prudent. So we're supposed to plan ahead. Okay? So I'm not talking about being unsafe and wearing yourself out to where you're no good for no one. I'm talking about being the nurse. There's this book I read called The Sacred Slow. And one of the things that I got from that book, it says that God is always in the room. And that shifted my mind. Every single time, God is in the room. When you're in the patient's room, and during the pandemic, right, there were so many people that I was the last person that they saw on this earth. I was the last person, that voice that they heard. And it was just me and them. There's conversations that I have with people that will only be replayed on the day of judgment when God pulls it up. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you, believer or not, saved or not, the only difference is that if you're a non-believer and you practice this law, you'll still die and go to hell. But while you're on earth, you'll be blessed. And I'm telling you, if you're a nurse and you find that your personal life is just trash, you find that just bad things keep happening to you over and over and over, and you want to change your life, walk into your job a new person. Go above and beyond for each patient. Why? Because God is watching. God is there. He's watching you. I'm telling you. I always thought I was a good person, but then when I really started to own my nursing craft and I'm saying I'm going to leave empty every single shift. If there's something I can do, I'm going to do it safely. My life changed. Things just started working out for me. My last 2 to 3 jobs, I didn't even apply for my jobs, no lie. No lie. I interviewed for my jobs before I applied for them. Now I'm getting job offers for jobs I never applied for. Things just work out for me. I remember when I joined the military, this was when I was 17, so this is years ago, and I was supposed to get my bonus in 2 parts. One when I got done with training, and another on my 3 year anniversary. I got the lump sum while I was still in basic training. Why? Because I was always someone who helped and took care of people. So even though I didn't know I was following this law, I wouldn't know this law until I'm in my 30s. That's the thing with spiritual laws. It doesn't need your awareness of it for you to activate it. I hope what I'm saying is making sense. There's something about TikTok going away that is really giving me freedom because I'm like, okay, well, no one will see this and I have to get it out. Being a piss poor nurse, almost always piss poor nurses have piss poor lives. Yeah, I said it.